And if you were watching closely in that break, you would have seen an advert or a promo advert, if you will. And it's, we've done this before a couple of weeks ago, if you can remember this, and we're still dealing with it now. It's the National Act Fast campaign. We're dealing with stroke. Act Fast. The new Act Fast film you just saw there on your screens. It's Public Health in England that have released a series of films as part of the National Act Fast campaign to help raise awareness of the vital role any one of us can play. When we see someone having a stroke, we don't sometimes know. But this is why we have these specialist guests to come and say it's the most simplest thing that it could be, but just know what the signs to look for. So in the studio today, we have Gloria Eken, who's a stroke nurse consultant with the Stroke Care International. Stroke Care International was founded by Gloria. And with Gloria is Charles Bossard. He's a stroke survivor. And in that clip you saw earlier on, that was Charles there. And he was talking about his experiences. He is a survivor. That's why he's sitting down in the Lifestyle Studio with me today, because you can be a survivor. So Gloria, and thank you ever so much for coming out today to talk to us. It's really good. Charles, I'm going to say this first to you, and come to you first. You know, to see someone that is a survivor, I think this impacts so much more to our viewers and to everybody that you went through it and you've come out of it and you've survived it. We saw a bit of you. You were walking along, but when it first happened, did you have any idea what was going on?
I have no idea at all. I was completely on the floor when it happened. And I managed to call 999, and that really saved my life.
That's the thing.
But it was a struggle.
We're going to hear a bit more about your stroke, because I hear there's different types of strokes.
Yes.
All right, so that's where we bring in Gloria, our expert. Gloria, you founded the Stroke Care International, and you are a stroke nurse consultant with Stroke Care International. Talk to me about stroke in its simplest form, please, Gloria, so that everybody can understand this. There are symptoms and signs. We see adverts. The stroke can have effects on one side, the face can go down, arms, no use of the arms or what have you. But you know that there are different types of stroke. So talk to us, please.
Well, thank you for having me.
No worries.
Stroke in its simplest form is like a heart attack. That is when the brain is attacked and then there is no blood supply at that time supplying that part of the brain. It could be caused by a clot that has been released into the artery supplying the brain and stops that blood that carries the vital nutrients to the brain at that time. It could also be as a result of a burst artery due to the excessive pressure on the artery, and the artery burst, and then blood is released into the brain. As you know, the brain controls a lot of vital functions of the body. So these are the two types of stroke. And there's another one that is the mini stroke that we call the TIA. People seem to think that they have a funny turn. And I was just speaking with a friend on the telephone, and I lost my speech, or my friend noted that I was speaking something like gibberish, that she had no understanding. Or suddenly I was looking at something and it's like a veil, a black thing that's covered my eyes, and I rubbed my eyes momentarily and the vision came back. People term this a funny turn and they think nothing of it. If you find something like that has happened to you, or maybe your arm begins to be very heavy, tingling, pins and needles, and then you rub it, and oh well, maybe I didn't sleep properly, and that's gone. So these are the things that you can actually take note of and report. And then coming to the main stroke itself, we have an acronym, a simple acronym that is spelled FAST. T.
Yeah.
F stands for face. If you look at somebody, is your face drawn to one side? And that also will include the tongue.
Yes,
Can they
yes.
smile? Ask them to smile.
Yeah.
And if they can't smile,
Yeah.
then you know that something's happened to their
Yes.
face. That is F.
Yeah.
A stands for arms. Can they lift their arms and keep it there?
yeah.
With that? If the
Yeah.
one arm starts to drop, you know that the
yeah.
you know the power on this arm is dropping. Then there's
Right.
something wrong.
Yeah.
And
Either left or right, though, isn't
yeah,
it?
it could be left depending on
either.
what side of the brain is affected.
Yes, yes.
And S stands for speech. Can they speak? Can they make sense of
Yes,
what? Can you make sense of what they are talking?
Yes.
Is there absence of speech, or they cannot speak at all?
Yes.
And T is time.
Yes.
Time to call 999. And we say that time is brain.
Yes, yes.
So the sooner you make that call,
Right on.
the better.
Yeah.
Because if somebody can be seen immediately within 4 hours
Yes.
of having a stroke.
And literally be saved. Literally.
They
that
can
could
be,
save
yeah,
their
they can
lives.
have a better outcome.
Yes.
They will spare their life. Somebody will be alive,
Yeah.
and they will have less disability.
Yes, yeah. I mean, the less disability, I say, because Charles, we saw him, and even Charles came from the green room, came straight across the studio,
Yes.
and he sat down.
Yes.
You've just got your walking stick.
My walking
Yeah,
stick.
but I mean, actually, I wouldn't have thought you was a survivor of stroke. If, you know, seeing you there, that's good, and the way you walked in there.
I
you know,
was
so which
in a Zimmer frame
initially,
initially,
Initially.
and a wheelchair
yeah,
for some time,
yes.
and then
But look how
now,
you look
now
how you
I can
strengthened.
use this to walk.
Yeah, but this is great.
Stroke is a
good.
long-term
It's
condition.
a long
Yes, of
time.
course.
So you just have to keep on at it.
Yeah.
I mean, his walking is great. The disability is just a little bit.
Yes, yes.
So, but he is one success story because he acted fast.
Of
He actually
course.
called the ambulance.
Yeah, yeah.
And they noted from his speech that there was something
Definitely
wrong.
something wrong.
And they came quickly and got him. He
Yeah.
was in the stroke unit at King's, and that's where everything, he was looked after.
Yes.
And, you know, he
Yeah.
had a better outcome.
You had a definitely better outcome.
Yes.
I think we were ready to see that particular clip again. FAST. Uche, have you got that ready? Can we have another look? See.
People are twice as likely to have a stroke compared to white people, and at a younger age.
The day I had my stroke, I had things like a shock, like electric shock in my brain. I look at the mirror and my face was drawn with the little strength I had, a 999. And when they were asking me my address, I couldn't speak, I couldn't talk. My speech was going, I had to shout. At the hospital, they put me on the scan and told me that I have suffered a stroke. I would say I am very, very lucky. I contacted the ambulance on time, and that really changed my life.
When a stroke strikes, the damage spreads like a fire in the brain. If you spot any single one of these signs, think and act fast. F. Face. Has their face fallen on one side? Can they smile? A. Arms. Can they raise both arms and keep them there? S. Speech. Is their speech slurred? T. Time. It's time to call 999 if you see any one of these signs. The faster you act, the better their chances. Act fast, make the call, dial 999. Search Act Fast.
She spoke about the fact that twice as likely African-Caribbeans to suffer stroke. In this country or worldwide?
Wherever,
Worldwide.
wherever they are, twice
Worldwide.
as likely to have a stroke than the white counterparts, and also at a younger age.
At a younger age. Reason being?
Reason being, there are some ethnic factors.
Food?
There's
Dietary?
lifestyle. Black people are very prone to sickle cell anemia, and sickle cell is one of the things that would make people have a stroke, one of the diseases very akin to the black and Asian population. Our lifestyle also, what we eat, is part of it.
Is it rich foods?
Not necessarily. I mean, you have to look at it in terms of what is healthy, not rich. Healthier lifestyle will be food that is, full of fiber, fruit and vegetable, less carbohydrate, less, fats and oils that are not good for the blood, and starchy food. And another thing is a sedentary lifestyle is not good. And if people are obese, you have to exercise and keep the blood moving in your circulation, keep your heart pumping.
Yeah.
And smoking is another thing.
It's definitely a no-no.
Smoking is a no-no.
Yeah.
Stop smoking is one of the ways to a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
Alcohol consumption.
It's the next one.
If you can stop, if you have the willpower. I was speaking with Charles. Charles said he had a willpower to stop smoking and alcohol, and that was good. He just woke up one day, said, I've had enough. So if you can stop alcohol, fine. But if not, you have to cut down.
Limit your
intake. And that goes for both male and female.
Yeah. For me, I don't believe in addiction. Yeah, if certain things that say that this is addicted to this, I don't believe in it. For myself, I was a bad smoker. But the day I said I have enough, that was it.
That was it.
I never touched it. I never touched alcohol that time. And some people will say, I don't believe you, but I say, it's true. If you develop willpower, say no, it's no.
And if you value your life and you want a longer life.
Make sure you... I followed that, and perhaps it helped save my life, but one of the factors about high blood pressure is I avoid salt.
Yes, of course.
Junk food.
The dietary thing as well. Avoid salt.
I was also going to mention that family history is part of it. Family history. Charles is a very good example
of that.
High blood pressure runs in his mother's family. His mother died of stroke. So when we clinicians are taking history,
we deal with that.
Exactly. Family history. Did somebody in your family die of stroke? Think back. Did somebody in your family had high blood pressure? Then you already know from an early age that you have to check your blood pressure and then keep yourself very healthy and fit, so that so that you can at least be sure that you're not doing the things that will impact on your health and then will bring about a stroke.
Yes. So for more information, people can go onto a particular website, Gloria. Where can they go onto to get more information?
They can search Act Fast online. All the information is there. Public Health England this year, the aim is to make people aware that stroke is real and stroke is a medical emergency. When stroke strikes, if you can identify any single one of the signs and symptoms we've talked about, don't wait to see all three.
Another thing I would say about our community, we always seem to be like, we don't want to bother the doctor. No. Or we don't want to bother to ring the ambulance. Because we've got to stop that attitude.
We've got to stop that attitude. You're not bothering anybody. In fact, I think they are doing good, because that would be the window of opportunity for the clinician. If you see even one on yourself or somebody else, you need to report at that time. You need to make that call 999, and let the medical people decide whether you're right or wrong. You're not wasting anybody's time.
Of course. And as I say, Charles is this is your this is your advertisement indeed, to say that act fast, you can survive and you will survive. And through time, it takes time, but through time, he said he started off in a wheelchair, then he had the Zimmer frame, now he's just got the cane. And you saw him in that advert walking along, strolling along. Act fast, deal with it, and do not keep saying you're bothering anyone's time.
No.
Act fast. Yes, Charles?
I did.
Indeed.
I did.
Indeed. We have to round up now. Just one more time, give us that information again. Gloria, please, right into camera one.
What do you want me to do?
Give us the www.
.actfast. Just search Act Fast. And all the information from Public Health England is there.
Do that bit that the lady doesn't think. F for face. Do that.
F is for face, has their face fallen on one side. A is for arms. Can they keep their hands up without falling? And S is for speech. Is their speech slurred? T is time to call 999. Make that call now.
Excellent.
Before I had stroke, I had no idea about fast.
I know, that's the thing.
I have no, but when I realize that something has happened to me,
Yeah,
I look at my face. It
Yeah.
is not what I know.
yeah, yeah,
I raised my arm
yeah,
and raised this,
yeah.
but I wasn't satisfied. What I did was to call 999.
Yes.
That's the key.
And
That was a good, that's the
that
key.
was
That's the key.
what saved my life.
Of course it is.
You know.
And for you
I
to,
acted
and for you to
fast.
be here today with me, Charles, you know, this is it. This is what it's all
I
about.
acted fast.
You acted fast and you're
Yes.
here today.
I want
Gloria,
to,
last
I want, yeah, my last talk is that I want to add that black people in the black community sometimes think that when you have a stroke, somebody has bewitched you. It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah,
We
they
think
believe
it's a myth.
so.
We have to bust
Get out of
that
that.
myth
Yeah,
about that.
immediately.
Nobody is bewitching you or anything.
Right on.
And it's also, it's good to pray, it's good to call your bishop or your pastor, but it's also
course,
good
yeah.
to do the needful first, to call, dial 999.
999.
Let the medical people come and do their bit while the other
Whilst you
people are
are-
praying,
yeah,
for,
praying
you.
for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have to come out of that thing
Never
and
said.
saying that people have bewitched from their village.
Yeah.
They've traveled here to come and bewitch you. Stroke is
I'm glad
real.
you said that. You said that to me, I'd be slammed if I said that. Thank you,
But
Gloria.
it's true.
Gloria Eklund, thank you ever so much. Charles Bossa, thank
Mm-hmm.
you. And, you know, love you for coming on, and God bless you.
You're welcome.
And God bless
You're
you.
welcome.
Gloria,
Thank you.
Thank you.
okay, we need to take a short break, but just remember that FAST, act fast, dial 999. Watch the signs, yeah? See you shortly.
Black people are twice as likely to have a stroke compared to white people, and at a younger age.
The day I had my stroke, I had things like a shock, like electric shock in my brain. I look at the mirror and my face was drawn with the little strength I had, and dial 999. And when they were asking me my address, I couldn't speak, I couldn't talk. My speech was going, I had to shout. At the hospital, they put me on the scan and told me that I have suffered a stroke. I would say I am very, very lucky. I contacted the ambulance on time, and that really changed my life.
When a stroke strikes, the damage spreads like a fire in the brain. If you spot any single one of these signs, think and act fast. F. Face. Has their face fallen on one side? Can they smile? A. Arms. Can they raise both arms and keep them there? S. Speech. Is their speech slurred? T. Time. It's time to call 999 if you see any one of these signs. The faster you act, the better their chances. Act fast, make the call, dial 999. Search Act Fast. Black people are twice as likely to have a stroke compared to white people, and at a younger age.
The day I had my stroke, I had things like a shock, like electric shock in my brain. I look at the mirror and my face was drawn with the little strength I had, and dial 999. And when they were asking me my address, I couldn't speak, I couldn't talk. My speech was going, I had to shout. At the hospital, they put me on the scan and told me that I have suffered a stroke. I would say I am very, very lucky. I contacted the ambulance on time, and that really changed my life.
When a stroke strikes, the damage spreads like a fire in the brain. If you spot any single one of these signs, think and act fast. F. Face. Has their face fallen on one side? Can they smile? A. Arms. Can they raise both arms and keep them there? S. Speech. Is their speech slurred? T. Time. It's time to call 999 if you see any one of these signs. The faster you act, the better their chances. Act fast, make the call, dial 999. Search Act Fast.